Curves can be drawn from quadratic equations, and the Quad Curve 2D class can be used to define and draw such a curve. The simplest way to say it is that when you create a new Quad Curve 2D object, you give it the two endpoints and then provide another point that pulls the line into a curve instead of letting it be a straight line between the two endpoints. This program demonstrates how you do that. The constructor doesn't do anything but set the size of the window. This dot method, this is an internal method that creates and returns a shape object that is a square around the point that you pass to it. Throughout this program, the square dot that this method returns is used to mark the locations of the points. And these are the variables that are used to hold the values that describe the points. The endpoints of the line are x1, y1, and x2, y2. The control point, the one that's used to warp the line, is at xCTL and yCTL. These lines of code in the first curve draw a line and draw its points. At the top of the block, the endpoints are defined, as well as the control point that's used to shape the line. The two calls to fill are made so a filled square will be at each end of the endpoints of the line. And there's also a call to draw that draws the outline of the dot that's used to define the curve. Finally, the curve itself is drawn by connecting the endpoints. This whole thing is done 3 more times. There are a total of 4 lines drawn. And that's really all there is to this program. Let me show you what it does. Here you see the 4 curves. At the far left, the line is defined on a slant with a control point up and to the right. This is the technique that you can use to put a rounded corner on an otherwise square-cornered shape. The 2 lines in the middle are vertical lines with a control point off to the sides. Notice that the further away the control point, the more severe the curve. The curve on the far right is horizontal. The line is at the top and the control point is at the bottom of the window. With a control point this far away and the points closer together, the curve becomes very sharp. Now, these curves are all symmetric, but they don't have to be. I'll show you that in the next lesson.